You're welcome. It's good to see you again if you're always here. And if this is the first time you are coming, hey, I'm delighted you have come. Thank you for coming here, and I hope you will keep coming again and again. Have you ever felt like not showing up for work? In your office, at your business site, whatever work you do? You have? Today is one such day for me. I didn't feel like showing up on this channel at all today. And to think that we were meant to be talking about work, enjoying one's work, doing our work well. And on such a day, I didn't feel like showing up for work. The good thing is, I've managed to show up. But I can't continue with that discussion about work today. It will have to wait for another time. We're talking about life here, right? I've always said, let's talk about life. Talking about life means being authentic. We're doing life together and we're sharing about life. You're wondering, why is she going so philosophical? And as I sat, I've just been wondering what to say and how I'm going to go about saying it. And as I sat wondering, I received a message from a friend, Sam. I call him Grandpa. He's a very dear friend. So thanks, Grandpa, for the message you sent to me this morning, Sam Kputu. It says, expected, unexpected. Expecting the unexpected. You can see the photo. It was a photo message. It's almost like the title of one of my books. Expected date of departure, preparing for the death of loved ones. And that photo that Sam sent to me had some words with it. It says, Mr. Death, like it's addressed to death. Mr. Death, we have always known you will show up someday, somehow. Mother Nature tells us you and life are Siamese twins. That makes you the long-expected guest to all, yet you always seem to show up at the least expected time. I must say that I don't think it's a coincidence that Sam is posting this at this time and I am thinking about this at this time. I think it's because we lost a friend, Melrose. One of the two ladies to whom I dedicated my most recently published book, Broken Rhythm. That's how close it comes. You'll find her story in my other books, and a lot of it in Stepping into the Sunlight, Walking with a Friend Through Grief. That's how much I talk about her. And I speak to her always. Spoke. I'm brokenhearted. I feel weak. That's why I didn't feel like showing up. But I said to myself, I'll tell you how it's going in my life today. And I also hope to be able to come with content that would resonate and would be helpful, would add value to your day for coming to my channel today. I thought I would look up the poems from my book, Expected Date of Departure, and see if there is one that speaks to me and can also be of value to you. I think I found one. They were already recorded. Welcome to chapter 3, Reflections with Semedeto. Grab a glass, a cup, or something, and make yourself comfortable as we look in with Sam Kputu today. She says, well, anytime she gets to chapter 3, she's always happy. I wonder why. So let's go over to her and find out why she's always happy when she gets to chapter 3. And as you listen to her, as you watch her, if you like what she's saying, please click like. And if you think it will be helpful to somebody, do send it off to people right away. Begin to share. Don't wait till the end. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. That's very helpful. If you have comments, you can be typing them in as you listen to her. Questions, they are also welcome. Let's hear from Sam Kputu now.
Yay. I made it to chapter 3. And this is the opening for it. The chapter's title, Choices. And the poem goes, if it was possible to choose, then I'll make a choice. But choice is always possible. If I allow myself to choose, no one can stop me but I. I choose to make my choice now, to be prepared for what may, to not be wrecked by surprise. Olubusola Eshiet. So I call Olubusola Mama because that's who she is to me. She's a mother that God has brought into my life. Thank you, Mama, for writing this chapter and this poem. It just screams to me that knowledge empowers me. So the reality of dying and losing loved ones, it's heavy. It's heavy. It's never a easy subject, even though it's the reality. Yet to know that I can make choices today that would impact my experience when I lose the gifts of relationships empowers me to do something today, to soak in the present, to be in the present, to enjoy everything that and every opportunity that I get to enjoy fellowship with others, to enjoy the gift of being loved and loving others. I get to jump in and soak it all in now, right now. That's the key word. Now, be in the moment, enjoy it right now. I can be intentional. I can say that I love you now. I can share how much people mean to me through words and through action. I can make the choice now. I can be real with them to say, you know, I'll miss you, even if we're separated by distance. Make it a norm. I can choose to make it a norm to enjoy my relationships and to also face the reality that I wouldn't get this opportunity, or the beauty of relationships will not be with me forever. I was not always this person that was conscious of this choice I had, but I'm thankful regardless of my experience with losing my biological mother. And I hold Mama a lot in this experience I'll share. So as a very reserved person, I can be reserved even in showing emotions. And growing up, I never got comfortable saying to my mother that I loved her. I showed her that I loved her. She had no doubts about that. But I just couldn't bring myself to say I love you. And in my early 20s, when I first met Mama, I was I was shocked by her openness and sharing I love you with people. And through her, I got to practice saying I love you, would end calls and say I love you, and it became something I was more open to. I became more comfortable to saying that, and so I naturally carried this habit over into my relationship with my mother. And I would call her, even though we're separated by distance. She lived in Nigeria and I lived in the UK and then in Canada, and it just became second nature to end our calls with I love you. And even though our death came very quickly and somewhat unexpected.
Thank you, dear daughter, Samedeto, who always has a way of completing my sentences. This time, I will complete your sentence by saying, even though Melrose's death came unexpectedly, we always had our way of sharing with each other how much we meant and how much we felt about each other, what we felt about each other. And so when she spoke to me on the 8th of April, and I said, I love you, and she said, I love you too. Only she didn't tell me, I'm leaving you soon. And she said to me, tell him, that's my husband, that I love him very much. And thanks to him for all his prayers and all he's been doing. And I said to her, oh, I was seated by him, but he just moved. It would have been good for him to hear this from you. But I gave the message to Emmanuel. And the next day, 9th of April, we were seated together again when Melrose and I spoke. And he said to her, oh, I got your message. And so I can still hear her voice ringing in my ears from the 8th and 9th of April. Wow. Choose to choose. Exercise your freedom to choose. Enjoy right now the people in your life. Use your words. Use your action. Use both now. Thank you for joining me again today. And I'll see you again in the next video. Till then, choose right. Choose to choose. Bye.